Hello, my sweet, sweet friends. How are we doing today? I wanted to come on here and do a type of DHARMA talk. Just pondering and questioning and talking about things that I've been working with, I've been sitting with. A lot of the principles and theories are rooted in Buddhism. That is something that I've been studying for a while, off and on. And lately I've had a newfound excitement and interest in it. And I think that's because I've noticed that there has been suffering in my life. There has been suffering. And by suffering, in this instance, I'm meaning anxiety, resistance, stickiness. And when suffering arises, I know that, there's some sort of misalignment. I am in some way not seeing things clearly, because suffering shows us that we are misillusioned. So we are misunderstanding our reality. So when that happens, I'm like, okay, Nikki, take a step back. What can we do? Usually I just meditate and journal and all this stuff, but lately I've been doing some studying in Buddhism and Buddhist theory, and it's bringing me a lot of peace and a lot of comfort, and I want to share that with you, and hopefully anything resonates. It gets you to start thinking. One of these concepts that I've been sitting with is this idea that we create our own reality. I've posted about it recently, and I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm still sifting through what that really means. But, the way that I've been taught is that, everything is neutral. So I'm not good or bad. You are not good or bad. I'm in Mexico City right now. Mexico City is not good or bad. It's neutral. Everything is a blank screen, a blank canvas, and we basically project our own feelings, thoughts, experiences onto it. So when you're really good friends or you're dating someone, you are projecting onto them that they are good. That is coming from you. It is not coming from them, because they are inherently neutral. And then they break up with you, or you have this big falling out, then they're bad. You are putting that onto them. So this idea that we create our reality is everything's a blank screen. We have the power to change our reality. We have the power to change our perception. We have the power of what energy we're putting out into the world. Karma, what you put out, you must get back. So when I experience the suffering, when I experience this feeling of misharmony, dis-ease, misalignment within my life, I know that I have the power, I have the choice to get to the root. So I have the power to literally pull things out from the root, instead of just numbing it out, or instead of putting a Band-Aid over it and being no, it's fine. No, I get to shift my perspective. I get to shift the energy that I'm putting out into the world. So something I'm sitting with right now, this week, is I've been feeling in some areas of my life like other people are not being present with me, or they're not being as present as my unrealistic expectations are set. Also, I'm not speaking these expectations, and that's a whole nother story. So instead of being this person is bad, this person is doing something wrong, this person needs to change, flip it back on myself. So I asked myself, Nikki, where have you not been as present? Where have you been maybe a little, all over the place, not putting all of your energy? It's so clear to me. I haven't been texting people back. I haven't been fully present when I'm with my friends. I've been on my phone. All these things. I create my own reality. The energy that I put in is the energy that I'm going to get back. So if I'm looking for more love in my life, put more love out there. It's like a boomerang. And when you put things out, it must come back. And when you plant these seeds, it's gonna come back. It's gonna multiply. It's gonna grow. How beautiful is that? Another thing that I've been sitting with is actually something that came up in a yoga class that I took this morning. The teacher was talking about the pose that we were in. I don't know, it was some like intense pose, and like everyone was like didn't want to be there. And he was like, how can you enjoy this? How can you just be here instead of resisting it, instead of making it harder? Can you enjoy where you are? Can you soften into it? Can you find the meditation within this really uncomfortable, difficult posture? And I was like, oh my God, that is a beautiful metaphor for life. You know, a lot of times we can't change our reality, but we can shift our perspective. We can take away the resistance to our reality. We can be like, okay, this is how it is now. Might be different tomorrow. It's probably different than it was yesterday. You know, it doesn't have to stay the same, but how can we release that resistance so that we get rid of that suffering? Because ultimately, like, at least I know for myself, but I feel like humans in general like to make things hard for themselves. They like to overthink. They like to make things a big thing, and they're like, oh my God, this is so hard. So like all this stuff. What if you just settled into the now? What if you just accepted that life could feel good, that it could be easy, that, you know, you can soften into this and find the meditation, find the practice within this moment, because this moment is all that we have. The past no longer exists. The future is not guaranteed. All we have is this moment right now. So how can we accept, embrace, and lovingly be present here? I've done so much work on this, and, you know, I've come a long way in the past, I don't know, however many years, but I still find myself wanting to be somewhere else. I find myself planning for the future. I find myself thinking about this next thing that I'm gonna do. I find myself out of the present because it gives me this like false sense of security, stability, but it's not guaranteed. You can plan all you want. You can, you know, do all the things to be like, okay, this is how it's gonna be, this is what it's gonna do, but ultimately you're just missing out on the present moment. Ultimately, you're just missing out on your life because you're not here right now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We don't know what's gonna happen. It is the greatest blessing to wake up each day and to be in this body and to be in this world and to be able to breathe and to love and to connect and to talk to you right now. It's a blessing. Not everyone gets that. We don't know how much time we have in this world, so the way I look at it is like, I wanna soak up every single moment. I wanna be in the present, and I wanna be in the present fully here, heart open. I want to be compassionate. I want to be loving. I'm like tired of the games. I'm tired of overthinking and trying to be perfect and like taking everything so seriously. Why can't I just enjoy where I am? Why can't I just be here? Why can't I just, you know, put good energy and love and compassion out into the world just out of the goodness of my heart? Yeah, I'm gonna get that back, but it's not about getting it back. It's about putting it out there because I want everyone to feel peace and fulfilled and contentment and love. I want everyone to feel, you know, just like a glimpse of what I have experienced throughout this path. And that's the whole thing with Buddhism. So it's like, how can we release suffering for everyone? And I'm not saying I don't want everyone to walk on this path. I don't think everyone needs to, but I hope that every single being in my life, not in my life, any stranger that I walk the street, anyone who catches a glimpse of this, anyone, I hope that they find what they need for their path to just release just a little bit of that suffering. Life is not meant to be suffered. It's meant to be enjoyed. Enjoy it. Be here, be present, know that you have the power to change your reality. I love this stuff so much. Okay, I'm gonna keep it at that length. But I love you, and may you be peaceful, happy, and healthy. See you next time.